Look at this. This is the other part, team. To support means to sponsor, to second, to promote, to endorse. To support somebody means to sponsor it, to promote it, to endorse it, to stick up for it. And look at this one, team. To throw one's weight behind. Damn, think about that. Hold up. My wife just started a business. My husband just started a business. My brother just started a business. My sister just started a business. My cousin just started a business. My dog just started a business. My friend just started a business. They just started a business. No problem. You support it. Do you throw your weight behind that shit? You throw your weight behind it? Huh? Or you gonna give them a name and number out of a phone you even talk to? What you gonna do this? What's your definition of support? Does your definition of support line up to the definition of support? That's a question. Does your definition of support or your idea of support, does it line up to the definition of what it is? Because I think there's a lot of people in the world that be wanting credit for support, but you haven't really supported in what supporting really means. And you be getting pissed off that people get pissed off that you ain't supporting. You be pissed off that they pissed off. But you understand what support means. That's what I'm teaching you. I'm teaching you tonight. I ain't fussing at you. I'm teaching you. As these people start new businesses in the era of making money, but people are going to become more entrepreneurial. What am I trying to tell you? To support somebody means to promote, endorse, stick up for. Look at that. Look at that. To back, to defend, to be on the side of, to prefer to stick up for. It was amazing. A lot of situations I didn't see in over a decade. Keep in mind, I didn't been in this shit over a decade. So these newfound entrepreneurs is always interesting to me. I'm gonna say they're interesting. They're interesting. That's my word. They're interesting. Right? But I'm saying, like think about this. Now that y'all know, let me ask you something. You stick up for you. Like if you a dude, right? Your wife bring your business up. Do you stick up for her in business? Do you stick up for, or are you the person that's trying to convince the damn girl that guess what? You don't need to be doing it. Where she need to be then, fool? Where she need to be? That's what I'm saying. Where she need to be, fool? Where she need to be? If she don't need to be a business, if she don't need to be an owner, if she don't need to be a president, if she don't need to be a big time whatever, where she need to be? That's what I'm saying. Shit, what are you talking about? Damn. If your husband don't need to be the owner, if your husband don't need to be a president, if your husband don't need to be executive, where does he need to be? If your son don't need to be the owner, if your son don't need to be the president, if your son don't need to be a big time executive, who the f does he need to be? Because for whatever reason, when he told you about that shit, you ain't throwing your weight behind him. When she came talk to your shit, you ain't stick up for her. So I'm saying, because look at it, to opposite. Opposite is to oppose it. And what I'm saying is, in a lot of our circles, if we honest, part of the problem with having people that succeed is we have more opposition to our entrepreneurial ideas. We have more opposition in the beginning to people's business visions. We got more opposition in the beginning to people's business plans. And I'm saying to myself, but you still want a nigga to be cool with you. That amazes me. Like, you gonna literally oppose my idea, oppose my plan, oppose my shit. I brought it to you. I'm fired up about it. This the plan, this to this, this to this. You opposed it, and you just want me to be all good. You ain't sticking up for me. You actually one of the attackers. Damn. How can my wife be one of my attackers? To support means to defend. How can my brother be one of my attackers? How can my sister be one of my attackers? How can my mama be one of my attackers? How can my daddy be one of my attackers? How can my friend be one of my attackers? To support me, to defend. Go look at the word. Don't take my word for it. Look at the words. Study. The Bible says you got to study to show yourself to prove. To support somebody, part of the definition is to enable them to function or act in a productive way to win. But if you look at the synonyms of the words, look what it said. To support means to second, to promote, to endorse, to stick up for, to throw one's weight behind. When your spouse, when your wife or your husband and your friend and your brother and your sister and your cousin brought you that idea, or they brought you that thing, did you endorse it? Did you stick up for it? I'm not saying you got to stick up for everything, targets. No, I'm not telling you that. But I'm saying after you heard it, after you saw it, after you understood it, what did you do?